Hello everyone, and welcome to the Flutter Fairy YouTube channel. In today's episode, I want to share my personal story on how did I transfer my career. As you can see, my title, the big title, how did I transfer my career from accounting to software engineer through self-learning at the age of over 30 and as a single mom, immigrant, an honest reflection. So that's a long title, and as I said, I don't want to waste anyone's time, and for short story, study, and practice, and you build a real app, keep trying, and I really believe if I can do it, anyone can do it. In today's video, I'm sharing screen. So for the long story, I want to share you some course link that I took to change my career. I have no affiliation with any resources I provide. These are something I searched before and I studied and I think useful. And again, everyone's path is different, and there's a lot of very successful people. They through self-learning change their career. I'm not the only one, and I'm not even a very successful one because I didn't go to those big tech company. But I will share the story. I'm working as a Flutter developer in many smaller software company, and I'm very happy about it. So how do we start? So first, I will just brief go through with my LinkedIn. As you can see, I'm located in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and I am a Chinese. So I'm an immigrant. I came to Canada myself alone almost 10 years ago. I didn't know anyone in Canada. And my degree at that time is finance and accounting. If you go to my, I think I have education section. So my highest, so my highest degree is in the University of Sheffield in England for my master degree. So I studied from 2012. I studied master degree in banking, money, and finance in England. It's about almost 2 years. It's very tough, very hard, but it's very fun. It's one of my best times so far. I was in my early 20s. The first time I went to a Western country to study, and it is amazing. And did I show my previous education? Yes, so of course I'm from China, so my bachelor degree in the Huaqiao University, it's pretty good university in China, and I again studied finance for 4 years. So after finance, my bachelor degree in finance, then the order is kind of strange. Then I go to Sheffield in England. I studied my master. Then I come back to China and work in the bank and other financial institutions. But then, I want to go out of China again because I really miss my time in England. And I started to search, where else I can go. And I found out, so I wanted to stay in England when I studied in Sheffield. But again, the immigration in England is very hard. There's no work visa, so I have to go back to China. And then after a short period of working, around 1 year in the bank, I decided to leave. And to come to Canada, I have to come as a student because we don't have work visa as a Chinese. So I signed up this program, Diploma in Accounting program, DAP. In the University of British Columbia, and there are two reasons why I chose this one. One is accounting is related with finance, so I was thinking something similar. It also gave me higher chance to get a school admission if your degree is similar. So at that time, I never thought about study software. And I would never be a tech savvy kind of person. Okay, I will talk about that later. But it makes sense to do accounting. And second reason, based on my research, my goal to come to Canada is to find a job and stay in this beautiful country. And I thought, okay, accounting, if I can't go to big bank in Canada, I can always go to smaller company, and there always a need for an accountant, so I can have more job opportunities, then I can get a job visa and stay in Canada after my graduation. Second reason is this diploma is postgraduate diploma, means you need a degree first and then you get a diploma. It's quicker, it's less than 2 years, and it's a lot cheaper. And this is the only one that I found that does not charge international student additional fee. Plus, the UBC, University of British Columbia, is a very good university, and Vancouver is beautiful. My impression of Vancouver is always in high school, when I was learning English, my English teacher he's famous, and he said he lives in Vancouver. He has a beautiful condo facing to the Stanley Park. He showed us a picture of Vancouver, and from then my impression for Canada and Vancouver is always positive. And here I am. Anyway, long story short, let's not talk too much. So, and after accounting, I indeed stayed here, and I worked in accounting job. Do I have any experience? No, I think I didn't add my experience in accounting. Let me see. So, but I worked for. I didn't add it. So I worked for accounting job, but I never really like it. I still don't see a future for my career, and to go higher in accounting, I would either go to pursue the CPA designation. It's a very tough exam, a long study. I wasn't very interested. So during roughly the same time while I'm learning accounting, I start to have a lot of business ideas that I want to pursue, and I start to learn about making website with the WordPress developer. So I got some business idea about student tourism in Canada and how to do that. Then I start to search about starting a business, how do I build a website, and I learned WordPress is a good way. So I built something, and I also at the same time I have some friends who want to build websites. So I built something. Many no longer working, so the link not working. And then I started to learn a little bit of web development, but I haven't fully enrolled in any program yet. It was mostly at the beginning was just WordPress. Then I will just keep working in accounting, and if what happened then is I here is the brain station, my next one. So what happened is I was. After the website thing, the business didn't go anywhere. It's completely failure. The way I spent a lot of time making website stuff, it doesn't. It's not useful, and the domain is all expired. Anyway, but then I in my free time, I was single. I don't have kids. I started thinking what else I can do. So accounting, finance, it's all using this number. So I was thinking to learn the data science, and the learning about data science didn't come directly, right? It's not like one day I wake up, I say, oh, I'm going to go to Coursera, I send up a data science program. No, I didn't. While I was working in accounting as a job, it's too boring in my opinion, and I still like learning. I love online course. So on Coursera, I started to take a lot of different courses. As you can see, I think some of the fundamental course that I really enjoy is actually not technical one. It's more about building learning habit at the very beginning. Oh, wow, there's a lot of. I'm trying to find out one of the course I took that that is very very useful. Where is it? A lot on Python. So my first one is Python. I think it's called Python for Everyone in Lisa or English. Sorry, I couldn't find. But I think okay. So this theory is the one I oh, maybe this one here, man shift. So this is one called man shift, and for the same professor, she has another course called learning how to learn. It's yes, this one. So this one, learning how to learn. This one is a course that I'm highly recommend to anyone who want to keep learning and especially learning the tough subject, right? And change your career when you are like 30 something, and it's very highly rated. The reason is it changes your mindset to make you believe like it doesn't matter where your current or previous background is, and anyone you can learn. And someone a fast learner, someone slow learner, and I am slow learner. And the professor explained that there's benefit on being a slow learner, and a procrastination memory. Yeah, it's the teacher herself, she was learning Russian literacy, and then later she was changed to, I forgot, something related with engineer degree, and very experienced. So I took this one, and I took another one. This is sequential one for man shift, and these are all very good. So I will add as I will add it into the course description. And another thing I learned is, I think, with happiness, a life of happiness and fulfillment. So it's nothing to do with coding, but this is very, very good. I think my biggest takeaway from this course is I learned that actually, eventually we all want happiness, but one of the key way to get happiness is mastery. The so-called MBA. What is MBA? The M stands for mastery. B for belonging. Mastery means you spend time, you practice self-discipline, you force yourself to keep learning, you achieve mastery to something that makes you more confident, and you see you're working hard to pursue your goal. Of course you are going to be happy. And what I learned most is, when you are learning, your mind is in the flow, and when your mind is in this flow state, your mind is the happiest state. So it doesn't really matter. A lot of things does not matter. It's not to pursue, how much money I will get for my next job, and what kind of prestige, social status I will get. But focus on present. In the flow, master. And belonging, B for belonging, is about to give, and abundance. A for abundance. Abundance is self-control, not to control other people. It's amazing. It's a science-backed I also learned other stuff like some psychology, human history, like 𝒂𝒑. There was a course right now is a 𝒂𝒑. I forgot the spell, but it's a brief history of humankind where you learn about so many things, psychology, philosophy stuff. So I love Coursera. I love it, and I keep learning. And all these other courses, and I also learned about some small entrepreneur, creativity, small startup stuff, and all these things just make you keep motivate you and keep going, and I enjoy it. And by that time, I was still working as an accountant. So I was working as, and not even an accountant, I would say accounting clerk, something like that, accounting assistant. My salary was about 40K to 50K. Roughly at that time. Depend. I switch a lot of jobs from one. Many are smaller companies, some are big, but for the big company in the accounting team, I was just a small clerk in the accounting department anyway. So the salary is not good, and at that time it's before COVID. This is roughly 2014 to 2018. So yeah, and there's nothing to do, and all I do with the only thing I learned related with tech is I learned about Excel, and Excel, and what else? Yeah, Excel and WordPress. Yes, we mentioned about WordPress to make a website for my own business and build. So in accounting, we use a lot of Excel, and my diploma in the school for the UBC one, it's a lot on this diploma is a lot on theory, and in real world you find you need to use a lot of Excel and many accounting software where I have no idea how to use this stuff, and I started to take course. I think I took one course called Excel for Data Analyst. Could be in Udemy. Udemy, yeah. I think this is my in my course. Definitely, this is a good one. About where is it? Yeah, there's start from QuickBook where I start to learn these and the ultimate Microsoft Office training, Excel. It shows I didn't take the course, but actually I took. There is some mismatch on the progress. There is another one I forgot. It was a very comprehensive Excel for Data Analyst, which is very useful, and I love it. But in my job, that as accounting clerk, I actually don't use that much Excel to do much analysis. It's a lot on data entry or recording invoice stuff, which I feel the job will be replaced by a robot or by some software someday. So while I was learning all this, in the Coursera, as you can see, they will start to. I'm sorry, the course is so. So, this is anyway. This is what I started to do after taking a lot of other courses, building the learning habit. Then on Coursera, unavoidably, you will see programming course, right? So you will see one of the most popular course, Python for Everybody. So this specialization is the one I took. Python for Everybody, this is pure. I took the course is pure by curiosity. To be honest, I was just taking the course part time, because it's, as I mentioned, I took a lot of other popular, highly rated course related with how to learn, happiness, history, psychology stuff, and I built this learning habit and I love it, as well as Excel, a little bit technical stuff like Excel, software, WordPress. Then finally, I started to give Python a try, and from 2018. And did I love it at the beginning? No, not really. But I like the process of learning. At that time, I still have no idea what I can do with it. So I started to Google search what programming, like what is Python, what can you do with Python, what's the career look like. So I found out Python is really good for the data science. So I learned a lot with Python. And if you see my own course, a lot with Python. After I finished that one, it related with it talks a lot about other topics like command line, and how do you do the web script with a web query, scripting web, so that you send requests to website. All these was new concept for me of using Python to do so, but these are still, it was still very, very new to me. So I just keep learning one by one. So I do Python, and then I mentioned about this web. I search about web. Then I mentioned about command line, about these, term. You write a command, and do something. It's something I never know how to do, and now I, so I started to take leads, and then I learned about the data science is really, Python is really good with the data science. So I started to search everything related with data science. So with data science, I haven't go to the web yet. So I was focusing on a lot of data analysts and data science. This social psychology is really, really good as well. And then the SQL, let me write down here. So, so this Python for data science, AI, and development, these are very good. What is data science? I kind of went through each, a little bit each. SQL for data science, I learned about database, SQL, all these topic related. I spent a lot of time self-learning at home. It was fun, and at that time, 2018, my daughter is 1 year old, and it's a tough year for me because I also divorced from a very short marriage, only 2 years. Marriage after 2 years. So 1 year married and 1 year pregnant. 1 year married, pregnant, then another 1 year for the kids being the first year. I was breastfeeding her and study a lot online with Python and study Python. And at the beginning it's slow at the beginning because of the beginning because of the kids and relationship issues. So eventually, after divorce, it motivates me. Motivating me to learn more, because what do you do when you have a little kids? I took how to say. When I'm breastfeeding with kids, when less than 1 year old, of course I'm not working. I took days off, and so I was no job, but with a baby, and then divorced. What I'm doing, I continue learning, and then these tough period actually motivated me to learn more, because I couldn't imagine how can I manage my life continue with accounting, where it's very hard to manage, and salary is low as well. So they wanted to do more, and ideally I want to have this flexible working hours. So I did research, right? I said like, okay, accounting will not give me flexible working hours. So for short term with kids, and long term, I want to be able to work from home or anywhere. But still, my focus at that time is that, okay, I'm going to change my career. Finally, after all these, I decided let me try to become a data scientist. Yes, that's what I try to do. So I learn everything with Python, SQL, command line, data analyst. But even I still feel this one is good. I spend a lot of time on DataQuest, which is really good platform. If you want to be a data scientist, I highly recommend. And I took this program. I no longer enrolled, so I didn't sign in right now. But I spent. This is very interactive, where you it's not video based. It's reading, practicing. It's really good. And so I did. And it's project based. So I did this. And if you see my this is my GitHub, and again, I from accounting, at beginning I have no idea what is GitHub is. Everything is new, so I learned about GitHub. I learned how to use Git, how to use GitHub, what is repo, and how to do all these things. So I did a lot of my own data science project. You can see this like 5 years ago. And I did more than that. I just upload all my project 5 years ago. So it's a lot of work, but still I was just doing all this alone at home. I try to apply jobs in the data science after I did some project. But I never received anything, so I was kind of stuck and I didn't know what to do. It's already over almost a year of self-learning. Finally, I started searching, maybe I should go to a school, and I don't want to spend too much time, too much money. Then I found this brain station with this Data Science Bootcamp. There's a lot to talk about. Should you self-learning at home, or should you go to a boot camp? By the way, my career later is not a data scientist, but it's still useful for anyone who want to be a big data scientist. I took the full program, and it's not cheap. It's about. So I can share with you. So this is in person. So the reason I searched it, I want to find something local. They have campus in Vancouver, Seattle, Toronto. They have good reputation for professional digital tech education. I remember the tuition fee is about 10K for 3 months. Isn't that crazy? Why is yeah? So this is $10,000 of 3 months on campus. You can do online, but at that time it's on campus. Their campus is very beautiful in Vancouver downtown, and I enjoy the experience of going there, especially after solo learning almost 1 year. Yeah, and I joined this almost 1 year. I joined this bootcamp. Yeah. So I think it's not worth it. Not worth the price. Let's put it that way. So, but at that time I didn't know. I was just desperate, right? I thought like this is going to save me, going to help me change my career. And did I learn a lot? Yes, I do. And it's good program, and a lot of my classmates, they eventually found a job and became a data scientist, I think, yeah. And we have, in the last day, we have this your project demo show, which I actually spent a lot of time to do this artificial financial advisor peer-to-peer learning, because my background is finance. So now I get the data from a lending club. It's all real data, and I did a complicated, long data science project, analyze, build model, and this model will help investor select loans for peer-to-peer lending to tell you which investment can based on their data, right? So like how long the company, the credit, but so many factors, and decide if this investment is good or bad, and to give you reduce the risk. Yeah, reduce risk. I think it's good. And I put a lot of effort, and if you come to the link, there's a comprehensive by me, comprehensive description and code on how to do all these, and this is my final capstone project after the brain station. But I still did not get a job. I think there's several reasons. One is I'm not very good at on the job hunting or networking, and especially with a baby at home, I cannot go any social network. I kind of like stuck from home and all this. So I don't. So yeah, I think networking is very important, but as a single mom, for me, as a single mom, I didn't go out that much. So I primarily apply job online, send resume, and I never get any response. And finally, I saw one. By the way, at that time, there's no ChatGPT, right? Again, this is roughly 2019. The AI is not that popular. Machine learning is going to be popular, not as hot as right now. And the data scientist, if you want to be data scientist, there are very few jobs, especially almost no junior data scientist job in Vancouver, so it's very tough. So then I was thinking, okay, if I cannot go get a job in data scientist, maybe data analyst. So I also applied a lot of job with my accounting and finance background, hopefully to get a data analyst. By the way, as an immigrant, when you come to Canada, every experience you had before is almost zero. Whatever you do, no matter how prestigious a school and the high-profile job you had in your country, when you come to Canada, everything starts from zero. Because it's employer they don't recognize very well. All they want is what is your Canadian experience and what is your reference from your previous company. So my previous experience all is accounting role, and to change to data analyst is very hard. So I found one job, and it's in a company, very cool company called 𝕤𝕐𝕬𝕐. So I like that company. Again, this is before COVID. The job is on-site, so I applied there. I applied many jobs, right? So this is the one that is most promising, and I applied their data analyst job. They had interview for me, and eventually, they decided to put me into their accounting department. So this is after this brain station. After the brain station bootcamp, after so much money, so much time spent, and after many Coursera courses, data science stuff I learned, data quest, and all the data science projects. Finally, what I get is I still cannot get it. I applied a job in data analyst, and they said, okay, we like you, we want you to work for us, but we found someone else for the data analyst role, but we need someone in accounting, like a junior accountant or something. And I said, okay, but at that time, my strategy is this. I thought, okay, so this company has really good culture, and they have a data analyst team, and they have accounting team. So I was thinking, okay, I can go to the company and work in the accounting team, start from accounting team, and work my way up. Eventually, hopefully, I can go to the data analyst. So it was this is due 2029, and it's quite busy. So every day I get up, and I took my daughter, who is like two year old, to the daycare, and then I drive to the company and drive to this company in Richmond and work as accounting, and this is a very typical 9 to 5 job. And every day at 5 p.m., exact 5 p.m., I immediately leave the office, rush into the traffic jam to pick up my daughter, because I cannot be late. And there are several times I was like 1 or 2 minutes late. The daycare gave me a $40 fine. It's very stressful. I have to manage everything. So I didn't have time to do a lot more after the accounting work, because I have to leave. The company has option where you can come to the office on weekend, give you a little bit flexible time. But I've always wanted to go to here, but I still never have a chance. And when you work in accounting, my access to the internal data is limited. I was thinking, okay, I know the Python stuff. How about I use my company's data, or build this data modeling like what I learned in school and apply into this company, kind of then impress my boss, saying, hey, you know what, I can do it. Please let me change to another team. That was my hope. But unfortunately, it never happened. One is I have limited access to the data, limited time as a single mom with a young baby. But then was, after I worked there for several months, there was one opportunity. One of the girls who work in the data analyst is going to leave. So she's going to join her boyfriend into California. She wants to send up a school there. So she is a data analyst. I was like, okay, great, she's leaving, and the company is hiring a new role for data analyst. Me as an internal employee, I applied this. I wrote a letter, I presented everything to my manager, and I even talked with that girl who's working in at this role, and I know what she's doing. She's using Tableau and SQL, a few tools that I learned in school. I'm like, I can do it too. Give me a chance. But no. So I applied this job. They replied to me, no. And they said, we are sorry, we have better candidate. Because I never have actual working experience as data science analyst. So I was really upset, and I quit my job. And that was about February 2020. I quit my accounting job in this company because I feel like, okay, I learned so much. I really want to do more interesting technical job, and I cannot see a hope. So I left. After I left, I was wondering what to do. And a friend of mine who works in tech company telling me, hey Lu, you know what? You should try this thing called full stack web development. Don't do the data science because there's very little job in data scientist in Vancouver. But you know what? You can enroll like a bootcamp or send up other online school to learn full stack web development. There are always jobs there. We are always hiring new people. He even shared me some bootcamp related with this program. He said we constantly hiring a student graduate from that program. We're not hiring data science. So I was like, what is full stack web? At that time, my experience was limited in WordPress to build website. But since I quit my job, okay, so why not to learn something new? Then I did Google search. I found this course on Udemy. My first software related course is where is this one? Oh, it's in the number 1. So yes, this one. And this one is a very, very good one. Then I move on to here. So if you see the curriculum here, it's a long, really comprehensive course, and the did I log in? I want to see the teacher Angela Yu show more. Oh yeah, Dr. Angela Yu, probably the only or very few female developer instructor in Udemy, and she is very, very inspiring, and I really like her, and I like her course even more, of course. So it's a very long course. At the same time, guess what? What's the time? This time is February 2020, and what happened? COVID. So by March, right? From March COVID, started to, big news, and then a lot of lockdown. So March 2020, everyone can start to stuck at home, and me too. So what I'm doing, I'm learning this course, this amazing full stack web course. It covers all in one. Covers so from HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node, React, Postgres, SQL, the Web3 and DApp. These are the newly added. At that time, I didn't learn these yet, but and React. If you see my GitHub, another big web, so I was learning as well as building. So I built a lot of web development project, following this course. And after that, this takes me a few months, but after this, I very quickly switched to Flutter. Why? Because I like her very much, and then I see what other course she had, and I noticed she has a Python course. She has a Swift UI iOS app course, and she has this Flutter course. So after the web, I was thinking, okay, interesting. How about mobile app, except the website? Because I used a lot on WordPress, and I feel like nowadays it's very easy to make a website. You can always go to this Square.com, even the GoDaddy, the web builder, Wix.com, can quickly build you a website. But if you read the code about writing all the HTML stuff to do a simple portfolio, this Teen Dog kind of like what. So for something like this, right? And it's a lot of code to build something like this, and it's really anyway, I don't know. I was just very interested into the mobile app at the same time. I was just exploring, and there's COVID, there's no job, there's everyone stuck at home, so I just keep learning, and where I am. So I took this complete Flutter course. I started to search, okay, what is Flutter then? Why Flutter? And so and of course she also has a course on using iOS to build a mobile app. And so why not to learn iOS? Can I use iPhone too instead of learning Flutter? And then I learned all the benefit about the cross-platform, one code-based development. So I go through this. It's amazing course again, very very good one. I spend a lot of time doing this, fully understand. For each project, I made my GitHub code, so not just watch video. I do it myself. And after this, so after the web, if you see, here this repo is all about Flutter mobile app project. By that time, because of the COVID, right? So I'm not even looking for any new jobs. I was just learning, and I start. We should go from back to up. So I took courses after these course after each. So her course is very good, but very basic. very like super junior. It's not enough for you to build a full app. So well, no, not this one. We need to go back. So at the same time, I start to explore more Flutter course, and then I found, of course, the Android Flutter and Firebase course. I took this one, and I learned a bunch of other things. I took this one. I took all the Android course and as well as other people's course related with Flutter basically, and then I started building this time tracker, my own COVID app, the city care app, news app, a to-do list app with SQL persistent data in your phone with offline mode, right? And these are more projects from Angela Yu, and very fancy. So learn all the layout, and then the Firebase. So full stack, and what else? And then I spent a lot of time. I was like, okay, I need to build my own app. So what app I want to build? I want to build this 𝒔𝕐𝕘𝕚 app. This is my app. It roughly looks like this. So my idea. So after I learned this, I get inspired. I was like, okay, if you see this. You see this one? This is a Google Chrome extension for Momentum, and I really like them. So they have their Pomodoro timer is a new one. They have this new idea. I just really like the beautiful background and some motivation, quick greeting, and your mango, everything. So I want to make this as a mobile app. So because every day first thing I do, which is a very bad habit, is to open my phone. And what do I want to see? Ideally I want to see something like this. So it's by the way, I get to use their design, but their code is I think is JavaScript because this is Chrome extension. So I cannot get any similar project to work on. So everything starts from zero, completely new app without anyone built before. And then I just use their design idea, so I create mine, and I get all the fancy screenshot, and I even have this. I made this. This is my app. 𝕤𝒦𝕔 by Lu Tang. See, 2020 October 14. Wow, I'm so proud. This is my most proud project that I spent, and I made this. 𝕤𝒦𝕔, yay! And I have this focus feature. It's a short video. It's a lot of features. Cool. I love it. So I use this is a landing page. I got this animation where you tap this little bear will see your name. You sign up, and then you go to the main screen. There's a lot of settings you can change, dark mode, light mode, and the main feature. I don't know, is this beautiful time to focus where it tracks your focus time, and in the end you get this daily focus report on how long you have been focused on what project. This means the yellow I did this project for how many hours. Each day you click each day, it shows you what did you do, what did you focus, and it has to-do list where you can add a quick to-do. It can be something you as a reminder, shopping, or some task project you want to work to focus, and then it has the notes. The notes is similar like the Google Keeper Notes. And yeah, it's a beautiful Notes UI, and a lot of customization, and the background. If you notice, the background is different, and you can customize the background. The app is integrated with this photo gallery. I believe I get API from Splash. So you can change your background. You can also use your own photo. You upload your own photo as your app background, or you can select from the API photo, and you can write notes. When you write notes, there isn't anything, and the notes is similar like a Google Apple Note. There's different folders you can add, and what else you can do? It has like quote every day. Every day it shows you a quote. It's updated daily, and you can write your own quote. And it has the quote from the Quote API. It also have this this weather information based on your city, your location. These are your daily motivation mode. Every day you open it, it gives you something you can customize it. You can write something you want to tell yourself, and it's more feature. It's a lot more feature than them. And when I create my app, they don't even have the Pomodoro timer feature. But I have, that's the main feature there. I did, and then I also then spent how long it takes. It's roughly 6 months. I learned so much, spent so much time. So here is there's a drawer where you can do a lot of setting. You can see, do you want focus mode, do you want shuffle photo? Every time when you open the app, it gets you a new mode, and you can add your own, a lot of features. And what else? Yeah, and so I later upload into App Store and Google Play. At that time, the Flutter web is not ready yet, so it's only for mobile. But it's already taken down for now because it's no longer valid. And the same, let me see. I believe the link somehow is gone. Because I didn't update, I didn't renew the membership fee, I guess. So after a while, the app is not doing anything. There's no monetization, there's no marketing, there's no using. I was almost the only one using my own app, and then it goes nowhere. However, this app is the one that helped me get my very first tech job. So before I got my first Flutter job, there's another short story I want to share. So after spending so much time of learning from data science to web to mobile, and then spend a lot of time building my own app where I uploaded into the App Store and then added into my LinkedIn, I still didn't find a job yet. So I was really not confident. I remembered I called my friend, literally I cried on the phone and say like, hey, I will never get a job. So I totally lost. I don't know what to do. I have no idea where my career will go for. And then one day, on random YouTube video, and I was checking YouTube for some other Flutter related course, but then I saw an ad. It's about this ad. I show you. This one, Amazon FBA masterclass. It's very typical on YouTube. You see people passionately telling you, "Oh, make money. Gain your freedom. Like a 10,000K, 100,000K per month income, blah blah." Then usually I don't believe that, but you know what? I think they easily attack you when you are most vulnerable. Because first, deep in my side, I always wanted to start my own business. I always wanted to work on my laptop anywhere in the world, have the flexible schedule, and work on my own schedule. But then I still didn't find a job yet. So and then this ad comes, and then I checked, and their marketing strategy is top notch, and they were, of course, they are not going to say how much, what's the process. They just tell you stories and try and renovate you with your personal experience. So this guy, I check, he is a Chinese, grew up in Vancouver, same city and like where I live. He shared his experience growing in an immigrant family. His mom was working in Chinese New Year, washing dishes, and how he became successful running Amazon FBA business, and now he created a course to help more people to reach even more successful level than him, blah blah. And all you do is, he has his YouTube videos, you can see. Yeah, and the videos, of course, really good. So what happened is, on YouTube, the link you clicked, and then they were just telling you how good it is with a lot of testimony, interviews. Then you send up a form to learn more, register with your phone number, and then someone called me, and they are very good at persuading people, and they talked, try to know me better, and anyway, long story short, it's a $5,000 course where you get, once you paid, you get access to their online course. It's just some video and with a lot of resources, but you also get access to their Facebook private group where you will see many other seller and him and his assistant supporting you to start your own. It's kind of legitimate, you can say, but I started to try, and I spent 1 or 2 months, because I thought I am a Chinese, right? I know all the manufacturers, and I always interested in this e-commerce, international trading business. I just didn't know how to start, so this one gave me hope, and I'm like, okay, let me try. And I use this method, search for products very tough, and then contact with the people in China. But anyway, it's not going anywhere. It's very competitive, and you will have to spend a lot of money, buy inventory first, and then you are not really sure if you can sell. It's just a lot of work, and so I was still struggling, trying, right, and trying. So I basically almost gave up my Flutter career and started with Amazon selling stuff. But that one didn't go anywhere either. I was just wasting money. And then someone contacted me on LinkedIn, surprise, without me applying any job. Someone say, hey, I saw your profile, I saw your app, and do you want to arrange a talk? And of course, yes. And I was so happy. So my first job is with this company. Connection concept. So this is I begin is an existing like a social network app popular in India, and the owner moved to Canada, and he want to rebuild the app with Flutter. So I help them a little bit. No, it's not long term. So that was good. And then after this, another company contacted me without me looking for the job, which is from the payroll. So they contacted me for a full-time contractor job. The first one is only part-time, but this payroll technology, it's a good company, and and they arranged me to work with their existing developer, where they are very experienced, but they are not very experienced in Flutter specifically, and they need to launch this app, which is still in the App Store, still running. So is this one? Yeah, so you can still download in Payload Mobile. So it's very good experience. I worked here, and after you get this first few jobs, especially a good job in a technical company like full time, and building the app from scratch until finish, and after that things get easy. So I stopped this Amazon FBA nonsense, and then feel like my career finally start to move into the right direction. I was fully dedicated into one Flutter job after another, and in another case is it's still COVID. It's about 2021, and I think I was lucky because at that time there's a lot of smaller company, they launch new business, right? So it's a tech boom on the COVID, and a lot of company easily get loans to start a new project. So all these company, this Data Lab want to launch this new food delivery company for luxury restaurant. This one is classified for a unique marketplace app. Yeah. So I was working on this, and this Binary Star is also a very good company. They wanted to hire me for full time. I was considering, but roughly the same time I also start to network in Flutter Canada. I joined the meetup group. I joined a Slack group, and yeah. So that's useful. Although there's no in-person meeting, but there's a little bit of online chat, and I share my Flutter experience on the group. And then one of the guys in the group from this company, Potent System, and he sent a job in the Flutter Slack group to hire a new developer. They already have an app that's been 2 or 3 years old, built with Flutter. They started Flutter when it very first started, and it's a quite complicated app. And I applied and I got the job. At that time, when I moved to Potent System, I'm already working for these two companies, Binary Star and Data Lab, and so I also have a full-time offer, but I decided not to take it, instead to move to Potent System because it's a Vancouver company. So I thought it's just nicer to be able to see your colleagues sometimes, and their app is mature and like a market mature. So and it's a right decision, and everyone in my team is very experienced. So far, I've been working there almost 3 years. Oh, I didn't mention about income. Yes, so once I started Flutter job career, my income get doubled. So you know what I make in accounting, right? Like 40 to 50K. And my first job in Flutter is around 100K. Yeah. And when you work with a contractor, you make more money too. So it's really good. And I was also working like one full-time job and another part-time contractor job. I was making good income. I would just stay home, work all day long, and I learned a lot by building different apps. So it's great. And after I moved to Potent System, our work is also work from home, and I feel like finally, it's like my dream come true. I'm able to work from home, take care of my daughter, and make good income. And most importantly, doing something I really enjoy. And I live, if you go to this website, of this company, it's still, of course, they are still running, off track betting. Here. This is one of our clients' app, the one I worked a long time. So I add this loading, I add all these UI stuff, and I made the app like responsive. That's my main task. We have many. I don't have my game, but we have a lot of other games, casino game stuff. And it's and when you work, these are real. I added all these. They are real horse racing, and you have videos. You can buy. I cannot betting right now the real money, but because it's not legal in Canada, so you have to be in the USA. We have strict rule on user verification, and you can see the layout is also quite different. Yeah, now it's signed up, sign in. You cannot watch the video for now. But so these are something I'm proud of. Like this table is a responsive like table. If I make right now it's not enough data, but if the data if we have more data, you can see how we handle the loading. Right now it's getting some issue because I didn't. This is for the result and risk. This one, yeah, now you can see here. So so anyway, I worked a lot on the responsiveness on the app. It's quite complicated, and you can even you can even buy the product. It's like a e-commerce store. There's so many features you can do. You can buy lottery. So when I see something like this, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm part of the team building this. Am I proud of my job? Yes, especially if you work in a team and every other team members supportive, friendly, and it feels like you work in a big family and building something that is actually useful. People use your app, people like it, that makes me happy. Yeah, so that's it. It's a long talk, and I want to give. I know this video is very long and very boring. If you are watching, I want to give you 1,000 thanks. Thank you so much. And but it's all real story. I'm basically looking at myself in the camera and talking to myself as a reflection, but I think there are some lessons that anyone can learn from my journey, and so I want to give a summary. So first, what I want to say is my journey of changing career is not straightforward. As you can see, I went through so much. So from 2018 until I got the first job in 2021. That's like 3 or 4 years. And so nothing is easy. That's what I want to say. So but don't give up. If you keep doing the right thing, keep learning, and good thing will eventually happen. And another thing I want to say is don't believe any shortcut, no matter it's an expensive bootcamp or some YouTube ad or whatever ad someone telling you it's easy, or in YouTube there's a lot of video telling you 3 months how did I get my job without coding, without degree, 1 month time, 2 months time. No, for me, what, 3 years? Yeah, and another thing I want to say is everyone can do it if you really want to, because a lot of my accounting friends, our finance friends, we haven't been in touch for a long time, and then after COVID, people ask me, "Hey Lu, how are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a new job. Now I'm working as a software developer. I'm so proud." They were like, "What?" So people don't believe it. But yeah, I mean, what I want to say is, because I will never be this tech savvy people, like I never know coding, I never even mentioned about learning or want to learn these stuff. I have no idea what is software, So yeah, and my situation, in my title, these are you see, over 30, single mom, immigrant. It's a lot of hardship during the journey. It's not straightforward about just taking a course and build some sample app and then you get a job. It's not that easy. What I want to say is, it's not easy. It's never be easy, but you can do it. And just don't fall into any random scam to telling you it's easy, quick. That's what modern society, a lot of people like. No, it's not. But you can do it. And lastly, I want to say, a software developer good for everyone. So as I mentioned, it doesn't matter your experience, how old are you. I never ever believe women cannot learn, women are not good at tech or math or something. These things, there's no any physical strength required, right? You just sit home with your laptop. Anyone can do it. A kid can do it. It takes time to learn, to build, but it's good for anyone. I say no. So having been worked as a software developer so far, like 4 years, and I think it's not. I think it's a type of job really for a more, I would say, introverted personality, but I love social too. I'm kind of mixed, but what I mean is, if you are a people person, outgoing, like, then if you don't like struggling solving problem independently, working long hours in your laptop alone, fixing some bad stuff, then it may be not good for you, right? So some people, they thrive in physically with some other people around them, yeah. But the job is rewarding. It's high job satisfaction, flexible working schedule. Code, programming language is universal. No matter where you are, you can do the same job. You can connect with people around the world, and it's good pay. Yeah, it pays well. So I think it's worth it, and I hope my story can inspire someone who's thinking how to change your career, or wondering if it's possible, if you can do it. So I hope you can learn something. But there's more story I want to share about what is next, and we will see you in the next video. Bye bye, and thank you for watching, and thank you for your subscription, and it really helps me, motivate me to keep going and create more video. And as you can see, my Flutter fairy, and where I'm doing this current task. I'm working on. I already uploaded 9 videos for this Flutter course, where you can watch the video and follow along. It's an intermediate level Flutter course, and And in the future, after this course, I will also have different tutorial, different topic around software in general. Whatever I learn, I like to share. So thank you again. Thank you so much. And please subscribe. And thank you for your support. Bye bye. Bye bye.